Hey, Den family. This is Den Mother Amanda. It's great to be here again tonight. Hopefully, maybe somebody will join before I get through with this podcast, live cast. I'm sure you've all read the description or the title. Gonna be going through some stuff again. Israel, Hamas, BLM, LGBT plus, and the woke alphabet mafia. Um, I guess we're going to start with Israel and Hamas. Things that have been going on and happening surrounding that. Support for Israelis, support for Hamas and Palestinians. Where people are falling on either side. Um, yeah, it's just crazy. It's insane. Of course, so there's gonna be people that aren't gonna believe it because they just don't want to believe in truth. Um, that Hamas is a terrorist, genocidal organization out there that absolutely hates the Jewish nation and Israel. Also hates the LGBT community, the LGBT plus community. Um, People aren't going to believe that or like that either. But you know what? It's a fact. Okay, it really is. And I had to laugh a while back ago when I saw the pride flag in London, and there were a bunch of liberals in this gathering, and people that were in the LGBT community with a pride flag were supporting Hamas. Are you serious? Have you lost every single cell of your brain? Okay, I dare you to go over to the Gaza Strip and see how long you last. And see how long you last. And have it known that you're LGBT plus or in that community. Trust me, you aren't going to stay long. And you're not going to be safe. Good chance you could get killed for being in a Gaza Strip, for being part of the LGBT plus community. If you don't believe me, ask around. Find out by people who've been there. I'm one of them that have been there in the past, long before I came out as transsexual. BLM is a supporter of Hamas. You're sick, pathetic, vile, and disgusting. I didn't want to have to mention anything about that. I had hope for BLM. It would be a worthwhile community, worthwhile organization. Apparently, that's not true. For supporting an organization that willfully wants to and has admitted to wanting to commit genocide, you are completely and totally worthless and useless, right along with anybody else that supports an organization that is going out to commit genocide against a particular people. You can take sides with anybody you want. You can. You really can. You have that right here in this country. But you're a worthless human being. When you're taking sides with an organization that actively beheads, sets fire to women, children, and people in the LGBT community. It's time to wake up to truth and fact and stop being delusional. Anybody that supports genocide or an organization that attempts to commit suicide is irredeemable. It is nothing but a piece of raw sewage. Yep. People don't deserve that. People don't deserve that. Can there be disagreements? Absolutely, totally, for sure, yes. When you're calling and acting upon genocide or supporting people that actively partake in genocide, and say that what organizations that admit that's what they want to do, and you're supporting that. Nope. How can anybody that supports that or is willing to do something like that say that they're a loving, tolerant person? Because they're not. How can somebody be comfortable with that kind of hate? It's just beyond comprehension. Um, it is. It's beyond comprehension. There's humanity's inhumanity to humanity. It's just scary. It really is. Where is the come down and settle differences and meet somewhere in the middle? I mean, not everybody, not one particular side gets everything they want, but they can meet somewhere in the middle, somewhere, and come up with some kind of compromise to try to get along better. It seems it's becoming a thing of the past. People seem more interested in hate. And it breaks my heart. It really does. It breaks my heart. Because people deserve to have some kind of a nice life, no matter what their background is, or where they're from, what their nationality or race is. We only live on this planet once. We get one shot at life, just one. And when the end comes, are you going to be able to say you lived it the best you could, and try to be as nice as you could, and as tolerant as you could, and as patient as you could, and as compassionate as you could? And how can you even think about saying that you are if you're supporting this kind of that kind of hate? It's not civilized. It's really not. I don't know what's up with things, but it needs to. It'd be nice to see things change. It really would be. It'd be nice to see things get better, not worse. That's where it's going, worse. Um, Life is worth living, but it'd be nice to see it without hate. It really would. It's just undeserving, inhuman. Animals don't even treat each other like that. Don't know. Anyway, we're gonna move on to something else. So controversial, incomprehensible, incomprehensible, but contradictions in terms. Okay. One of those that a few of those that I've seen is, it's just heard the term non-binary lesbian or non-binary gay. Do people want to understand it as a contradiction? It's a contradiction. They don't belong. If you're non-binary and saying you're a lesbian or you're gay, really, seriously, it's one of those. You're either one or the other. You're either lesbian, you're gay, or you're non-binary. You can't be non-binary and a lesbian. Because having those two combined, like having non-binary and gay combined, it's opposite, complete opposite. One's binary, the other one's not. Attraction is something different. Okay. So we all have um, attractions to people. And it's not all the same. I understand that. But non-binary with either lesbian and or gay, non-binary, it's how can you refer to yourself living as in a binary? Okay, attraction fluid or whatever, I guess. Different attractions, yeah. A preference, yeah. I don't get. It's contradicting. A contradiction for being non-binary lesbian or non-binary gay. Um, it's a contradiction. One's binary, one side of it's binary, the other is not. Um, yeah. Um, Something else that I've also seen that's contradictory too is you don't need to be have gender dysphoria to be transsexual or transgender. If that's the truth, then no one would actually medically transition if that was true. It's a binary thing. And all those who are medically transitioning, it's based on a binary of male and female, not of not either one. I know if I was non-binary, I wouldn't have any desire to or need to transition, medically transition, and that's just facts. Um, Thank you to the people who have joined. I appreciate it. I appreciate that you're here, and welcome. Um, Another thing that's contradictory is trans women are actual women, or trans men are actual men. Goes back to what I was just talking about as being a binary male or binary female when we medically transition. Um, I was born male. I'll always biologically be a male, transitioning to the appearance of female slash woman. Hence, trans woman or trans man. Trans men are biological females. It's based 100% on binary. It's, it's some people think it's complicated, and it's really not. And I'm making it out to be something that it's not. Um, and it's definitely contradictory. And is non-binary trans? No. Does non-binary exist? Yes. Got a lot of friends that are non-binary, and I respect them. Respect them. I care about them. I care about their well-being. But non-binary is not trans, because it's transgender. The word transgender was supposed to take the place of transsexual, and to a large degree has been appropriated to mean something that it's not meant to be. It wasn't ever meant to be. Um, let's see, there's something else I was thinking about when it comes to that too. It'll come to me, and if I have to come back to it after I remember it, I will. Yeah, it's just treating people with care and compassion, and it's making up all these new things that just don't make any sense. It's making it harder on people to understand one another. And it's no wonder that things are just getting blown out of proportion, and things are going in a direction that the LGBT plus community really doesn't want it to be going in. Especially for someone like me who's transsexual, and I want to say transsexual instead of transgender, because it's like that's and the way it's been transgender has been being used is just become too much of a broad spectrum to mean way too much that it's like I have no personal identification with, because it doesn't represent my journey in life. Not the only one that that agrees with that. Thank you for those who stopped in. It's okay, leave comments, ask questions, challenge it, but be respectful. Um, yeah. Something about this kind of a little mixed topic, and conservatives like keeping things the way it is. Not necessarily. Um, Them being transsexual is just it's. I'm right of center, and I totally agree with that. Part of the Constitution is the pursuit of happiness, liberty, pursuit of life, liberty, and happiness. And whatever makes you and myself happy is the way that we live our lives. You know, and we're all able to live our lives the way that we want, as long as we're not bringing any harm to anyone. And that's always a good thing. And it's just because I'm trans, people think I should be more liberal on the left side of stuff. No, we don't have to be on one side or the other. We could be on whatever side that we agree with. Each person agrees with or doesn't agree with. Don't have to be on any one particular side because of the way we live our lives. Um, and it's just reducing us down to one way to think and one way to think only, and it doesn't make any sense. Make it make sense. It just doesn't. Um, oh God! Wow. And yeah. Um, yeah. So I don't know, and it's like the use of pronouns. Um, Trans, whatever direction you're going, is it being transsexual, medically transitioning, if it's trans feminine, trans female, trans woman, she her, but still biologically male, trans man, he him, still biologically male. And on non-binary, I guess it's they them, and the Z's there. It's like that's just incomprehensible. The Z's there. It's like I can't even. I'll probably never even come close to wrapping my head around that. The Z's are and they them is it's like okay. It's like I still don't get it, but okay, it's okay. Because it's just they them is a multiple descriptive. It's what those words are meant to be, is a multiple descriptive of multiples, not singular. I know sometimes we've used it as singular in the way we speak. Doesn't mean that it is singular because it's really not. They're really not. That's why I can kind of try to put myself in a more being neutral about the they them when it comes to non-binary and other ways to use it. Use those two words. It's like the they he or they she. It's like that. mm, that's contradictory. How can you say non-binary in one word? Try to have one word being a non-binary and the other one in the binary. It makes no sense. It really does make no sense. It's where's the critical thinking? Where's the honesty? It really doesn't make any sense. Um, but anyway, and I just want to put my thoughts out there. Um, and thanks for those who joined while I was live. Thank you. And those who are gonna watch, thank you. And if you want to donate, you can look down in the description. Find ways to donate to my channel. And comment questions, stuff like that, concerns. Please, willing to discuss stuff. The discussion and honest and open discussion, is how we can productively change minds for the better, and find a better understanding of things that are going on in this changing world. And of course, it's got to change. Nothing's ever going to stay the same. So yeah. You'll have a wonderful rest of the day wherever you're at, whether you're starting out the day, middle of the day, towards the end of the day. Have an awesome blessed rest of the day. I know not everybody agrees with me, and that's okay. But this is sincere. If no one has told you they love you today, I love you. And thanks for tuning in. And y'all take care. Bye bye.